Rob.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Rob's Rogues and the Batman universe. And today we're taking a look at a very special figure, one that I was eagerly anticipating on getting. It is the DC Collectibles Superheroes vs. Supervillains 7-pack Batman. I got him loose off of eBay, and I'm going to blame Stu Murray 47 that after he reviewed his Superman and from the Trinity 3-pack with the metallic paint, and he just raved about it. He brought it on the Rogues show and was just saying what a difference paint makes to an action figure, and was talking about, you know, the way they've kind of released some of these figures. And this was the way to get Batman, was from the 7-pack. I went out and got on eBay, and there was a seller that just had a buy now, and he was relatively cheap. He was, I think, tax, title, and change was about $17, which is actually cheaper than if I would have bought him, you know, mint on card if he was a single figure, as most of these are running about $24. So I thought it was a steal. He's loose. There's no accessories, and he didn't come with any as a standard figure or in the Justice League 7-pack or a single carded or whatever, or even in this 7-pack. But I am just amazed by this paint. I'm trying to make sure I get the light on Batman just right. But you can already see the light glistening off of this paint, and the paneling lines just kind of pop a little bit more. And I love the paneling lines. I love the new 52 look. I think it's nice and fresh, but still has that classic feel. But such a good Batman. Again, with the oil on the capes. Have to do that. But it's, again, the same exact figure that we've received already, and this is my third Batman. I have the single carded Batman, and I have the Justice League 7-pack, and now I have the 7-pack from the Heroes and Villains. But this is my favorite. Right now, this is probably one of my favorite Batmen. The other one being the DC Collectibles Arkham Origins figure. Again, with the articulation on that one, is just fantastic. But these two Batmen are high on my list as being 1 and 2, probably 1 and 1 tied, but I just love it. The paint, again, just makes the figure pop as we drape the cape over Batman. But fantastically done, if I can say that. Again, like Stu said, it's amazing what just a little bit of extra paint does. And I'm always leery about buying things loose on eBay, and I'm looking at the seller's rating and hoping that, okay, I'm buying the metallic Batman. It says he's loose. Of course, he's not going to ship him to me in the 7-pack box or anything like that. But I'm going, I hope he just didn't buy the regular Batman and paint him silver. So I was looking at a bunch of reviews, and the seller is a very good, reliable seller, and he was in perfect condition. I don't seem to have any paint flaws or blemishes anywhere on this Batman, which makes me very, very happy that for the most part, I believe I have a nice, pristine looking Batman. Again, with the oil on the back of the cape, a little bit of wiping down with a cloth, and that'll go away. This is almost a perfect Batman in my book. I like the flat black. Basically what they did, and I have the other Batman here off to the side, the first release was like a brighter gray, and I don't think it quite worked. Some people didn't like the look of the suit, and I definitely think they should have went with this metallic look to begin with. I think I commented on the Green Lantern figure and Aquaman that the bright metallic looking parts of their costume looked great, and again, Batman looks fantastic. But the original Batman had that lighter gray, but his gloves, mask, and boots were in a glossy color. They've kind of flipped that a little bit, and now we have the flat black against this. And I half wonder what Batman would have looked like had he been painted in this silver with the darker belt, and they would have given him the glossy cowl, gloves, and boots, what that might have looked like. So what we'll do, I'll bring up the other Batman here. We'll slide this one off to the side, and we'll get a nice little comparison of the two figures. So as you can see here are both of the figures that I have. Now I do have a third one, but he is in his single carded box. I put him back in that. But again, essentially I have two of the same figures. Now three of the same different paint scheme. But you can see in just the glossiness of the black, I half wonder what that would have been like if the glossy had been replaced with this, or the glossy would have been in place of this flat black. But that might have been too much shining. I do like this. Had I not seen this, I thought this would be a perfect figure. I'm torn on which one I like the most. I'm going to have to go with this one. This gray, now looking at them both side by side, is really standing out probably a little bit too much. And having this metallic silver paint really does make it look like he is wearing some type of an armor like you would expect Batman to be wearing, more than just a bodysuit. I know it's a kind of 50-50 depending on who's drawing him, if it's more of a thicker Kevlar type of suit or if it's more of a spandex leotard type of a suit. I'm going to bring up another figure here to kind of do a little bit of comparisons with. All right, here are Green Lantern and Aquaman from the Justice League 7-pack, and these are the only two figures out of that pack to support the metallic paint, and Batman looks right at home with these two figures. Now seeing Batman, this particular Batman, stand with Aquaman and Green Lantern, I'm falling more and more in love with this Batman. Again, it's the same figure that has been released 3 times now, but just this paint alone just makes this Batman stand out and looks, I think, the way that he should be. Just a fantastic paint job. DC Collectibles is really, really knocking it out of the park, and I think a lot of people have been switching over lately since Mattel isn't really doing much as far as action figures, but DC Collectibles, wow. I'd like to bring up one more figure here, and you had to know I was going to bring up my Batman Incorporated Damian action figure up here. These two look great together. Granted, I have always said that this Batman and Robin just look fantastic together, and I like the way Batman's hand is, that you can position Batman to put his hand on his shoulder, son. I think that's just perfect. I am absolutely in love with this Batman. So if somebody out there is kind of on the fence about whether they were going to pick up this 7-pack, if you have them, I want to say for picking up Catwoman, this Batman is really good. There is a retooling of the Aquaman figure, and the Flash has also been painted in this color scheme. It's probably actually going to be cheaper, that you could probably piece them out. I already have Black Manta and Captain Cold and the Joker. Granted, the Joker's painted in a different color scheme, but the only ones I really want are Batman and Catwoman, and possibly the Aquaman figure, but that would mean a second Aquaman. Not that I don't have 3 Batmen, but picking up this Batman loose on eBay, and I got him for $17, that's including shipping, I thought was very, very good. And the particular seller that I used had like 7 more, so I assume he's just piecing all of them out. And Catwoman's going for, you know, a little bit of a pretty penny, but this Batman I think is phenomenal. If you don't have a Batman yet, I think this is the way to go. Go to eBay, you can buy him loose, and is very good. So that's going to wrap it up for this, is me just gushing over this Batman. But this is the DC Collectibles DC Superheroes versus DC Supervillains 7-pack. This is the metallic Batman. And as always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogues signing off, saying we will see you guys next time.